Lads, I've been like a kid at Christmas looking at this ID BUZZ. Now, I first rode this, I think back in Norway or Sweden somewhere a couple of years ago, it feels like. But it's not actually that long ago, it was last year. This is the ID BUZZ. I've seen this in Geneva Motor Show yonks ago when there was no such thing as COVID or pandemics. This, though, has changed the way the electric market is going to go, I think, because this is a practical 5-seat van, but it's fully electric. And we're going to have a little tour around it, and then we're going to take it off to get a charge because I'm a bit low on electricity. Anyway, subscribe for more. So I'm outside because I'm going to show you the doors are electric, but that handle really does require a bit of pressure to get it running, and it works though. Now the door is fully electric, and when you get in, you can see I actually have tons of room sitting here, loads of space. I have my own little tray table thing, which you can put up here. Kids had a Supermax in that yesterday actually. On a little tray table, you've got a little pocket here for phones or devices of some sort to put up on the top. When that's folded away, you've got another pocket down low. The door itself, just pull the handle and that begins to shut there. It's not dark when that's closed as well. It does darken it down. It's quite hard to see through that glass on the outside, but it is a bit darker on the inside when they're closed. So you will fit 3 people in the back of this as well. This does have adjustment, so you can recline that way, pull up straight that way, and it does move forward and back. So you can make more space or less space behind the passenger as you wish. You can recline and drive along like this. It's very comfortable back here. It's a very nice way to travel for sure. Now, when you want to, you can also fold the seat down flat in there and do the same for the other side. So you can have a flat floor right to the, well, there's lots of gaps in it, but you know, flat floor right to the back of the van if you want to be van shaped when you're driving on the road as well. Pretty easy to pull back up, just pull a little cord here and it pulls back up. Both these seats do the same thing. I haven't done that because I'm in the car, and so I didn't. I'm sure that comes back up easy. Now there it goes. So that goes up like that. And when you want to get out of the car, you just push a button here, and the door opens. Only to pull a handle. There's a button there for 2, and it slides out. It's a bit tall if you're difficult getting in and out of cars. You have troubles getting down out of the car. It's quite tall off the ground. If you have hip problems or you like a tall car, you like an SUV position, this is the car for you. It's much better. Anyway, let's move on. Practical and spacious. A couple of the big features that are important here is the height of the van. Like, it's tall. It's taller than me, and I'm 6'1", 1.85 meters, something like that. So it's quite a tall thing on the road. Plus this tailgate is long, so you're going to need to leave space behind you when someone is parked there or you're near a wall. But the convenient part is it has actually got 2 lights in here, and it's actually convenient to sit underneath if it was raining, say, and you wanted to watch a sporting event or something. You know, this is able to carry weight. You could sleep on that, really. It's a bit of a lump thing, but you sleep on that. Tons of space back here. It's a van. Let's be serious. You're going to fit anything you want into the boot of this car. It's on a split level. This lifts up. It's on sort of rams, so you can catch things in this bit and leave this open if you want. That's where my charging cables are. In its, I'm going to say California version, but in this sort of day camper van version, a kitchen is underneath here, and that's available as an option. Not in this one. This is a passenger one. It is a perfectly practical, useful space that you have back here for all kinds of reasons. You've got shopping bag hooks. You've got everything. Like, it's a normal, good, useful van. Little touches like the ID BUZZ picture over here. It's got a 12-volt socket in it here as well, and it's lit back here. This interior is kind of lit. Anyway, let's get it out and have a little spin, and we will bring it for a charge while we're out and about. Like I say, leave a bit of space behind you, right? Up front, there is more of a traditional door, as you can see. When I get in, it all goes normally. Now, if you've been in a Volkswagen in the last few years, ID3, ID4, Caravelle, BUZZ, Multivan, you will have pretty much seen this layout somewhere in it, and that's pretty cool because they're all the same, right? You got this little instrument binnacle that pops up here, tells you your range and stuff on it. And you got this big screen in the middle, which is changing from ID7. It's going to have a different screen, a bigger one, and it's all lit down the bottom. This one is not lit down the bottom, and it's a little bit smaller, but it actually is pretty practical. It does work, does a good job at working as well. Some of it's on touchscreen, some of it's not. There is little touch pads here for changing the temperatures, and there's physical buttons here for mode and stuff. It's all changing. I hope they get away from more touchscreens and back to more physical buttons, but I doubt. Modern people, very strange. Anyways, the first one I've seen has an actual pocket here and can hold anything, any size phone. That's an iPhone Max, Pro Max, so it's the biggest phone that iPhone make, or Apple make. It fits in there just perfectly. 2 USB-C ports in there, capable of fast charging. Good pocket on the door. There's USB-C ports on every door, apart from the driver's door. They have 2 sockets here. I have electric openers for the back doors. I can use both of them. Can be open here from a switch. Taxi drivers will love that stuff. Electric door closing there behind me. Beep, beep, beep. The yellow seats are gorgeous, but it will stain from jeans, just so you know. There is a little blue tinge to both of them now. People will be sitting here in jeans, so you will get little stains on it. But everything else, super comfortable, super nice. What we're going to do next is head for a drive as far as Junction 14. We get some charge. I've only 29% battery in it. So we got to go and figure that one out, right? Lads, if I had €1 for every time I stopped looking at this car when I was sitting right there, I'd have at least €10 at this stage. So it is very quiet in here. You can hear how quiet it actually is. I'm driving along the road. I'm doing 40 kilometers an hour along here. It's a narrow little road as well, just through this forest. We'll pull out onto the bigger roads. I'm going up to Junction 14 to get this charged. Now, not because I actually need a charge of 28% battery, about 90 kilometers left in it. And I'm not really going far today, so it's not like I need to have a charge. I do have a home charger, but I want to test its charge speed. I want to see how fast the car can actually charge. Now, that's pertinent sometimes. Let me explain a little bit deeper into the electric car world. Things they don't tell you, right? So a car company can have 300 kilowatt hour maximum charge speed that they can put up, okay? That's deadly. But realistically, there are no 300 kilowatt chargers in the country. And even if there was, they probably wouldn't charge at 300 kilowatts. Because we have 150 kilowatt chargers only charge at 50. We have 200 or 175 or something kilowatts that are charging at 60, 70 kilowatt hours. It's just because they're not profitable. So to turn them down, to turn it down, to bring down, to extend how long you're going to be there for, that's just, you're kind of being hoodwinked in a way. Because ESB, in their madness, came along and just gave money to various groups to put in these charge points. Mostly kind of Plaza Group or Junction 14 types, the ones that are already on the motorway. But now they're realizing there's not that many people actually go, how many people actually use fast chargers every day? You know, it's not the same as a petrol station that turns over maybe 100 people every few minutes. You know, some of those petrol stations can turn over a huge amount of people going through them per day. All of them getting petrol or diesel. And then you have these 2 little chargers at the back that serve 15 to 20 people a whole day if it's a really busy one. Anyway, forgetting about the electric part, on the road, you're probably going to charge this at home mostly. On the road, this does feel like a big van. You are sitting very high, you're looking down on top of everything. You've got a snub nose on the front of this as well, and that snub nose really does work very well because you can get close to stuff. This has cameras out front and the back as well. This actually has the system to be able to remember to park itself. So Volkswagen have been going on with this for a while. They can actually, if you commonly park in the same sort of 4 or 5 places, so you have a car park at home, car park at work, and then 2 or 3 other car parks you kind of like, you can pre-program this to remember how you parked that first time. So when you come to the car park again, the car will offer to park for you in the same way you did, in the same spot. It's kind of interesting, a little bit gimmicky really, because you know car parks move and change all the time, kind of different cars park everywhere, but it's in all of the Volkswagen ID cars that are out there, and you know some of you will probably find it a little bit useful. This also does parallel parking on its own, searching for zones. That's going to be a bigger feature in future brand from Volkswagen cars. And it has Apple CarPlay. If you use Apple Maps, it will come up on this route guidance thing over here. So if I go into Apple Maps, which Apple Maps has actually become really, really good, and I search for, no, not that, that drops pins. If I search for charging stations, because it has all of the charging stations, Apple Maps has all the charging stations. Tip, it actually comes up on all of them. Now, I'm not sure about the communication, so ESB eCars Junction 14 is on the top of my list. I can click on that, and the car will now begin to bring me there. So route guidance is not active, but if I click go here, it will come up there. So on my Apple, it's actually coming up my watch as well. I could not miss a junction. I've been warned on my watch, my phone, everywhere. But it's come up on that little system here, and I had a full sat nav here as well. Now it tells me it's 9 minutes to junction 14. So we're going to chew through some electricity on our way. We have a charge card with us. Now, things that are changing in the near future, of course, charge cards and the need for charging and using, signing up for stuff, signing up to charge, that has to end. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous to think that I can't get electricity in my car, fuel for my car, without having to sign up to a bloody app. All right, we're just putting in junction 14, a 22% battery left, 65 kilometers. I did 120 kilometers all the way here. Like it's possible to do higher speeds. Go slower to go further. This works with every car, by the way, not just electric cars in general, but it actually works with petrol and diesel as well. Just if you drive at 100 kilometers an hour in a 120 zone, you'll go a lot further. The car will go probably its maximum distance most of the time if you just take it easy. It's very hard to take it easy in these cars because they're quite quick. Turning circles deadly on this truck as well. It's a real winner, this car. It's very hard to say why I've liked it so much. I love its quirkiness, the way it looks. I think it looks very well. I think it looks like a concept car that they just made. I mean, yeah, here's a concept. I'm just going to make it now. And that works very well. I love the room, I love the space, I love the ability to fit it into places. It's not as big as you might think it is. It is a big car, it's certainly as big as any of the SUVs out there, but it's not enormous. You're not going to struggle to find a place to park it or anything. And sliding doors make parking fairly handy anyway, because the kids can get out no matter what way it's parked. It's adults have the problem. Now herein lies the problem with electric cars. Just pull into the junction 14 here, and I can only see one charge point that's even free, and because it's free, I suspect it's broken. Because that's just me, man. People are just waiting beside their cars now. I'm going to try and get into that space there. Here we go. We're going to reverse in because the charger is on the back of the car. So we're going to try and reverse into that space there. How much? I'm going to lay money on it being broken, right? We're going to chance it, but I'd say it's going to be broke. Just because no one's at it. Right, wish me luck. We're going to find out if it's working or not. Yeah, there we go, 22, yeah, that's me. Oh, we're getting the time up, that's good. Here we go, 39, 46, 53, 61, 72, 87, very good. Oh man, Volkswagen nailed it, boys. 108, that's brilliant, because I think the max kilowatt in on this yoke is 110, so 108 is very good. Fabulous. ID BUZZ is one of the super electric people mover cars you can have right now. There is any amount of these on the way, because the way they build these cars means you can have them fairly much any shape they want, because the batteries on the bottom, motors around the wheels. You know, they've got a sort of flat bed they can build things on, so you're going to get all kinds of shapes and sizes. But actually, ID BUZZ, I've had so many conversations here in Junction 14 already. People here from Limerick, there's a man here from Dublin as well. It's just everyone wants to talk about BUZZ, and it's brilliant. Where are you going to go with electric cars? That's your decision is next, because it's here. And I think there's a place left for both fuels. I think wet fuels and battery power can literally work side by side together for the next few years. And we'll eventually filter our way through until we get to wherever it lands. But right now, Buzz, if you're in business in Ireland or you're a taxi driver in Ireland and you're not buying this and wrapping it in some way to make it look cool and like your business, you're insane. And that's just it, because this will get you so much attention. There's nothing else like it on the market. Anyway, hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching. And until the next time, I'll see you on the far side of that bloody car alarm going off. Who goes into a coffee shop, leaves their car in the thing? Anyway.